My dog is making weird noises. Chat. Think it's working? Good Lord, the thing's got enough dust on it I can't see out of it. Hey, Chew. Good evening. How are you doing? I see KP Healing in there. What's up, KP? He always says, hey, SES. Biscuits. What's up, buddy? Biscuits is in the house. Always a good thing. Living the dream. Me too, brother. Me too. Hey, Jack Stacks. Good morning or good evening, whatever it is over there, mate. Hello, hello. Appreciate you dropping by. Good to see you. Well, all right. Showing we got 2 people in the house. 4 likes, so 12:48 a.m. Okay. All right then. I knew it would be something different from, I'm almost 7 o'clock Central Time, U.S. What's this in reference? I bet a lot of people in Western North Carolina are preppers now. Well, you know what? If they're not, they're really stupid, Biscuits. They're really stupid if they're not. I was a part of the Southern Baptist Chainsaw team. It's through our church because I go to a Baptist church. And we all went to Hurricane Katrina and cut trees off people's houses and stuff like that. Kind of just a ministry for the church. And I've seen some stuff over there that, most people wouldn't believe if I told them. But seeing them people having to go through that's what made me a prepper. Like 2008 or 2003, I can't remember. But that's what turned me into a prepper, basically, was seeing what they were going through, seeing what little help they were getting. Where the government placed importance and where they didn't was a big, big deal. So yeah, that's what made me a prepper. Wasn't in the storm Katrina, but I went over there shortly after. Yeah, friend, yep. Went over there to help people and saw the state of the government and how the people weren't being helped at all. So, yep, I am a prepping type person. Just have been ever since. I mean, I don't believe there's any way you can prep for literally everything, but if you can prep something for every imaginable, conceivable thing you can think of, then I think you'll have a good start on it, at least anyway, I would hope. But yeah. Somebody had commented on that video today saying beans and rice, and I'm like, absolutely, beans and rice is prepper staples. So yeah. Hey, you'd think you'd get tired of eating beans and rice, but I guarantee you, when that old belly gets to growling, you'll eat it again. If that's all you got. The survival the will to survive in a human being is very strong. So yep, it'll do what it has to do. So yeah, something as simple as water could go a long way. Absolutely. I have water storage. I have IBC totes. Uh, I have the little water bricks. They look like giant Legos, but they hold water. Uh, I have lots of water storage. Uh, probably nowhere near as much as I need to, but at least I got some for, and then of course we got streams and lakes and stuff all around me here. So if I had to go tote water, it would suck, but we could survive doing it. We could use the tractors until all the fuel ran out, that type of thing. But yeah, hauling water is going to suck, but if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. It's what you got to do to make it. 5 people in the house, 5 likes. Thank y'all very much. How awesome, awesome. Let's see. What's up, Tim? Hey, buddy, how you doing? If someone have a water heater. Oh, yeah. Water heater, toilet tanks. You wouldn't think about drinking water out of a toilet tank, but it's fairly clean inside the tank, not inside the bowl, obviously. But yeah, there's places you can find water in a house, if you know what you're looking for, if you know what you're doing, if you've thought about it, to any degree. Yeah, there's water that can be found in even urban areas. You just gotta know where to look, know what's have some way to filter it, to purify it, that type of thing. All that makes a difference as well. So yeah, gotta have some knowledge about it though. You got to. I've got Grail, the little portable water filters. I've got Sawyer's. I've got Berkey's. I've got water filtration out the yin yang. What's up, Scrap Metal? I don't know about no Big Daddy Warbucks. Here we go again. Yes, 44. Cans of food at Walmart are like 60 cents. Yep. That's how I actually started first prepping. If I usually got a can a week, I'd buy 3 cans a week. And you just start doing that, it ain't really so much that anybody that's watching could even notice, but it starts adding up. If you keep buying more than what you need, more than what you need, more than what you need every time you go to the store, it starts adding up pretty good. So, you don't have to go to a grocery store and fill a cart up with, 60 cases of whatever. People are going to look at you real funny if you do stuff like that. But, you can prep a little bit at a time and still look reasonably sane. Just saying. So, yep. Do a little bit at a time. It all adds up. Yeah. Craziest looks, yeah. Now, if I'm typically ramen noodles is one thing. If I'm going to buy any, I'll typically buy, a bunch of ramen noodles. And I know those people are looking at me like, dang, that dude must be poor. That's all he can afford is ramen noodles. But, typically if I'm going to stock some, I'm going to stock some, stock a bunch. 10-pound flacks of, 10-pound bags of sugar and 10-pound bags of flour and whatever else. What's up, 210 Stacks? Good to see you. Oh, no doubt. Food's definitely going up. Grass-fed beef today, 79 cents. Wow. Organic chicken still $4.99 a pound for breast. Yeah. A lot of people will only eat breast meat. I prefer the dark meat. Is just where the taste and the juice is at. I'll eat it, any part of a chicken. It don't matter to me. You can give me a gizzard, I'll eat it. But not a big fan of the livers though. Just saying. I know liver's one of the most healthiest things you can eat, but they're just not for me. Yeah, price is definitely up on everything. No doubt about it. I don't care what Trump says on national TV. Oh, things are getting cheaper. He needs to go look. Well, that's his problem. The boy's he's never been grocery shopping, I don't guess, in his entire life. No thighs or wings or gonzo. Yep, got you. Sold out. Yep. Oh, yeah, I like the leg. If you can find a good deal on leg quarters, you usually find some good deals on leg quarters and just chop them up yourself. Bag them up. I got a vac sealer. Make your own packages. Put them in the freezer. You'll have them. So, Turkey Day is approaching soon. So, looking forward. Me and my siblings are going to my mom's house for Thanksgiving, as normal. So, looking forward to some good food, some dressing, and some turkey, and some ham, some deviled eggs, and all the fixings. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. My stomach is looking forward to it. I can tell you that. Yeah. Food, and thanks. Yes, absolutely. Hey, West Texas. Lisa, hello, hello. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. So yeah, let's see what we're talking about here. I'm a thigh guy, but I never turn down a juicy breast, right? Wink, wink. Oh yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I don't. I'll eat a breast. I like breast. I have to really fix it up because breast meat can be dry sometimes. But if I get what I wanted every time, as far as chicken goes, give me a drumstick, give me a thigh. I'm happy, happy, happy. My favorite part of chicken. Uh, so yep, everybody's got their particulars, what they like, what they don't like. I'm just the same old way. Uh, so anybody have any clue what the market's gonna do for the rest of the year? I for one kind of hope it goes back down so I can start buying some more bullion. I'm just about done with numismatics for a while. I'm fixing to flip back over to bullion buying for a while. I still got that top set album, a lot of holes to fill, but time to do that. I'd like to get some more silver under my belt, so I'm kind of hoping the price goes back down to about 45 or something like that. That'd be fine with me, but it's gonna do what it's gonna do. It ain't up to me. That's a fact, Jack. So what y'all been buying this week? Y'all bought anything this week? I have not bought anything this week. I'm just kind of holding. I'm in a holding pattern. And when I do buy something, it's typically a coin, numismatic piece or something. I'm just kind of waiting on the market to settle down a little bit. Uh, got my electric bill, a little bit of a shock. It actually went down a little bit. So, hey, more money. Wasn't expecting that, so that's good. It usually goes down quite a bit because I run gas heat. I don't run electric heat. So it did. It went down a little bit. Wow, Grandma, go for spot. Be jumping all over that. What's up, Silver Cigars? Yes, I got the Rifleman. I got the 5-ounce Rifleman right here. Probably gonna tear everything up if I pick it up. I got the old 5-ounce Rifleman. I like it. I just think it's awesome looking piece. I like the little shiny facets on it, like like a diamond ring or something. I don't know. I like the way it sparkles. Sometimes things just catch your eye. That thing caught my eye. That was it. I had to have it. Thank you, Lisa, for all the links and posting our Silver and Cigars channel. Go and check him out. Oh yeah, Arizona Go back came in. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I've got to get on fives. That chick on the Arizona five. She's badass. I like her. Uh, I got the Florida five right here. I mean, she ain't bad. Don't get me wrong, but that Arizona five deal, I got to have one. It's the fives are the best ones to get in my opinion. I got a few ones and a few halves, and but everything I got right now is Florida from the fun show. But need to get an Oklahoma five too, I guess, while I'm getting them. Yes, lots of detail. Yes, exactly. Some mighty fine detail, I will say, on that Arizona five. It's a dangerous game buying these when I have a wife. Yeah. Well, I don't have one, so you take care of your own business there. But I don't have a wife. I'm not married. Never have been. So if I want something pretty to look at, I'll get something pretty to look at. You know, who's gonna say something about it? The dog? He ain't gonna care. Uh, that's just kind of how my life is going. Uh, Scrap Metal Racing. Yep, there's his channel. Thank you, Lisa, again for posting links. Uh, I'm not a big fan of buying like the 50s and the 100 go backs and all that. I just, a couple of ones, a five, maybe a few halves. I don't see no problem with that, especially if you've collected the fives, kind of like I want to do. But if you're buying $100, those 100 go backs that's got a tenth of an ounce in them, you're just better off buying a 10th ounce coin, straight out bullion coin, than you are buying that thing. Uh, but I see people stacking them up, man. Like, okay, whatever. Do your thing. Quingus. I didn't know Quingus had a channel. I might have to go check that out. Yeah. So anyway. Let's see. There's Tim. It's Tim's channel. Oh, okay. She just posted links. I got you. Well, maybe people will sub you up anyway. You can't never tell. I'm still trying to get to 1,000. This is something here that old Jeff Rubin sent to me. A full note. No real gold on this. It's just a keepsake or something, I guess. Kind of cool though. I appreciate him sending me that. Pretty neat. People were buying these things all over the fun show last January, and I'm like, nah. Why not just buy something real with some gold in it? Whatever. I very rarely follow trends. I typically do my own thing. I do what makes sense to me. Just because everybody else is doing something don't mean I'm going to do it. Like with the pouchos and all that stuff that's going on with the pouchos. Put your gold in your pouchos. No. I put my gold in a tube. Works just fine. I'm not going to go pay money for a poucho. Let people do what they want. So it is what it is. I mean, people have a choice. I have one too. That's all I'm saying. Use your choice. So, everybody ready for turkey? We already talked about that, but I'm definitely ready for turkey day. We all have a lot to be thankful for. I mean, if you really just sit down and think about it, we all have a lot to be thankful for. We're very, very blessed. I've been on mission trips to other countries, and I mean, we have no idea. Unless you've been to another country like that, you have no idea just how blessed you are to have water that comes out of a faucet. Lights come on at the flip of a switch. And we're very blessed. God is so good to us. A little PR67 veggie proof. Picked this up on Whatnot the other day. Not bad. Pretty cheap. I'm still buying 90%, y'all, but I'm trying to buy like really nice examples of things. I'm not just stacking 9% right now. And I may stack it again in the future, but right now I'm just kind of waiting to see what goes on with all these refiners and stuff, you know. Yeah, right. Yep, that's right, biscuits. Uh, no turkey this year for me, and a quart of fried oysters and some cornbread. Ain't nothing wrong with it either. I love cornbread. Slather the butter to it, you know. Even a little Mexican cornbread, I like that. Yeah, I love cornbread. I was talking about the cast iron skillet on my stove earlier in the video. The reason why I have that cast iron skillet because it makes good cornbread. You put it in the oven, you get that good crust around the outside. Oh, it's perfect. So my cast iron skillet's real good at making cornbread. You can put cast iron in the oven and don't hurt it. Never been a big oyster fan. My dad loves raw oysters and stuff like that. Uh, he made me try one. I piled it up with hot sauce and crackers and everything else. I got one down, but it wasn't for me. But it was more like eating a booger than it was anything else. Just unnatural feeling sliding one of them things down your throat. Grilling. Oh, okay. Grilling some oysters. Gotcha. Okay, Lisa. Uh, but yeah. I have family members that just do barbecue. They do barbecue for Thanksgiving and Christmas because they get so tired of turkey and whatever. I actually love turkey and dressing. But you know, I can see getting tired of it. You know, after my aunt's 89 years old. You know, she's tired of turkey, so she does what she likes to do. Nothing wrong with that. What's up, Jackknife? When did the defecation hit the oscillation? What in the world? When the defecation hits the oscillation, I'll be looking for SES to have a cookout, which is cast iron Dutch oven. Let's go. Yes, sir. I have many pieces of cast iron. I have a griddle, I have a skillet, and I have a couple of Dutch ovens. I have a regular Dutch oven, and I got the new one I got today with feet on it. Camp oven, I guess what it's called. Oh, you're frying them. Gotcha. Okay. Fried oysters. Okay, I see. Dad liked them raw. I never could do that. Yeah, the breading slows them down. Yep. That is a fact. I can vouch for that. You talking about unnatural feeling them things down your throat like Daddy did. My daddy and my Uncle John just bring us a platter of them, and they're just down them. Drinking a beer steadily, never miss a lick of the conversation, just downing them raw oysters. Ugh. I do like my other seafood though. Lobster, crab, shrimp. Love all that stuff. I like stuffed crab. Stuffed crab's one of my favorite things to get on a seafood platter or something like that. Get the fried shrimp. Or the boiled shrimp. I like boiled shrimp too. It's good. We always end up talking about food on this channel, don't we? That seems to be the way it goes. Hey, I'm looking forward to Christmas, but I'm really just, the commercial side of Christmas I could really do without, but, Christmas at church, Christmas with family, I always look forward to that stuff. The over commercialization of Santa Claus and Christmas on TV and stuff, yeah, just, I don't really care for all that. I like food. Yes, we all like to eat. That is a fact, Jack. Now, I do love to eat, no doubt about it. Hi, Gatita Oso. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Uh, I personally do not. Uh, I don't put up a tree. I don't put up decorations at all. Nobody comes to my house for the holidays anyway. I usually leave and go to my mom's or somewhere else, like that. So, even if I put them up, the dogs would be knocking them down. I got a 75-pound German Shepherd in here with a tail about 9 miles long. I don't put up decorations. Not that I don't believe in it. It's just nobody comes here. So yeah, typically during the holidays, I go somewhere else, and they've already got trees and everything. So yeah. Uh, but it just makes no sense to decorate here. The decorations with the dog hair all over them, and it just I don't do it. For one person, for me, no, I don't do it. Now, do I go to my sister and help her decorate? Absolutely, and I love doing that. We always make good memories doing that. You can come caroling, but you ain't coming inside, Jack. Now, uh, but yeah, Jack, I'm there. I'm singing terribly. Since my kids are married and moved away, and my parents are no longer living, Christmas is just another day. I feel you on that, Gatita. I still got both my parents, but lost a many loved ones at Christmas. I don't know why, it always seems like it happens at Christmas. But yeah, I can understand you feeling that way. I sure can. Still got my dad. He's I don't know, 78, 79, somewhere around in there. Still got him. My mom's a breast cancer survivor. She's still fighting that good fight, and so she's still with us. But you don't never know how long they're gonna be with us. We're gonna be taking pictures at Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff with the fam. So it's already been discussed. We're doing pictures. We're gonna eat. We're gonna do this. We're gonna pull names for Christmas and this, that, and the other. So, oh, you know how all the women get together and finalize all that junk. I just go okay. uh, fa ra 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 ra. Not used for any holiday except Halloween. I don't participate in Halloween. Halloween's not my thing. But everybody has choice. If you like Halloween, have fun. Uh, I don't know. I guess I'm just a stick in the mud, y'all. That's just the way I am. Uh, I'm a I'm a sinful man, but I'm trying to follow Christ's example the best I can, and uh, so a lot of things worldly stuff I just really don't like a lot of times. And I know most people can't understand all that. What did I miss at the start of this stream? You didn't miss nothing, buddy. Sitting here talking. That's I ask people what they've been buying and stuff like that. That's other than that, really nothing. Somebody said they got their new Arizona Go backs. That was about it. We're just sitting here yakking, and every now and then I'll pick something up and show it or whatever. So that's about it. We're just y'all jacking. Uh, yes, thumbs up are appreciated. Thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate you being here, brother. Uh, so yeah, I don't decorate here for Christmas, just for me. Uh, I know people probably say, "Well, that's depressing." Well, it probably is, but it don't bother me none. I can be just as festive without decorations with dog hair hanging all over them. So I want to be a prepper, but I have done very little in that regard. What is a good place to start? We did talk about this while you were gone. When you're doing your regular shopping, whatever, if it's a weekly, a bi-weekly, a monthly, whatever your regular scheduled shopping trip. If you buy one of something, buy three, no matter what it is. If it's macaroni and cheese in a box, if it's a can of food, whatever you buy on a regular basis, whatever, the things you eat, obviously, you don't want to buy stuff you're not going to want to eat. Whatever you buy, whatever you put in your shopping cart, instead of putting one in there, put 3 in there. That's the easiest way to start. I haven't counted the calories. I may have maybe 2 weeks of freeze dried food. Bug out bag. Yes, bugging in's a better deal. Southeast on a shelf, Lord. Hey, War. Good to see you, buddy. 3 Big Mac combo. Freeze dried food is a good option. I have freeze dried food. Let's see if I can grab the camera. I got there's a base camp down there, peak refuel. I got some of these. They're not my favorite. I got one of those for Christmas, and I bought the other one. So I do have a selection of freeze dried stuff, but I also have buckets of rice, buckets of beans, first aid stuff. Obviously, brass and lead weapons, that type of stuff. Because if you can't protect your preps, then you don't have them anyway. So, kind of need security. That kind of stuff. So I hope that helps you out, buddy. But that's a good place to start. Whatever you normally buy, just buy 3 of them, and do that every time you go. Don't just do 3 and then quit the next time. Do 3 every time. You'll see it'll start adding up. You start having a case of extra stuff around, and it's stuff you already use and stuff you already eat, and you'll get it from there. Because there's a little bit of peace in knowing, yeah, you definitely need firepower, silver cigars. There's a little bit of peace when you come in from work or wherever, and you look in that pantry and you got cases of stuff. You ain't got to worry about running to the store. If something happens tomorrow, I'll be good for, anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. That's a good feeling to have. It really is. And then along with that, your silver and your gold, because the dollar's tanking. Plus, they're going to do all this CBDC crap anyway and track your money everywhere it goes and what you buy. So, if you're buying anything 2A related, pay cash, obviously. You don't want that stuff tracked. So, do not use your debit card for stuff like that. Those are some basics. Because I don't have another channel. The other channel got done away with. I did away with it. I don't know. Something was telling me to just do away with it. I think I showed way too much stuff. I don't know. So I deleted the whole other channel that I had. And I'm basically focused on this one. Well, Jackknife, if I am, I can't tell you. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Something like that. We have a community. I got some, find you a good church or whatever, we got people at church that are, like-minded, that type of stuff. Not going to go into any grave detail on that, but yes. Well, you're going to have to buy you a house over here in Alabama somewhere, Jackknife. But yeah, FSP is gone, correct. Yep. I did away with it. So that would be why. But yeah, that's how I started. Good old boy community. Yeah, pretty much. I have some land adjacent to my little couple of acres here I have with my trailer that's actually mine. I live on the edge of Dad's ginormous farm. Most of that stuff's his, but I have 3 acres that goes with my trailer that I live in and stuff like that. And somebody just recently bought some land right next to my land. And I was like, oh God, please don't let it be somebody from New York or Birmingham or some butthole that don't like pistols being fired every day or something like that. I met him Sunday afternoon. He goes, I got a safe full of guns, so I think I'll fit right in. I said, I believe you will. So, super nice folks. So they're my age, and he just retired, and he said, well, all my neighbors complaining about he's got a pontoon boat and a bass boat, and his boats are taking up part of their yard because they don't have enough acreage or whatever. So they bought this place behind me, and I'm like, hey, you need somebody to fish with, you know where to look. He said, I got you. So I think me and him is gonna be buds. Canadians probably not. I didn't say that. I didn't say Canadians weren't welcome. Uh, I just don't want people who, oh my God, they're firing their weapons. I'm calling the law. I don't want people like that. But where I live, we blow up refrigerators on a pretty regular basis with tannerite, stuff like that. And we don't want people out here living where we live that are like, they're shooting over here. Let me call the cops. People shoot out here every day where I live. So that's all I meant by that. Fishing videos coming up. Maybe. I love it. So yeah, I mean, my range is in my yard, literally. I can go out and shoot whatever I want to. Not a problem. And that's the way I like it. And that's the way everybody that lives out here likes it. Uh, you know, Everybody should have a shotgun that lives out here where we live because if you're waiting on a sheriff deputy or a popo, it might be a half an hour before they get here. And so I have handcuffs. If I have to handcuff somebody and hold them at gunpoint till the law gets here, I can do that. And I've had to do that once before. So uh, you kind of have to be your own first responder in a lot of ways out here. I mean, they're coming, but it's going, the old saying, when seconds count, the police are there in minutes or like that. Oh, yeah, we got backhoes too. Oh, yeah. We can make things disappear. I gave the stream thumbs up for the good content. Thank you, Jaden. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm just trying to help you out. If you're serious about wanting to get into preparedness stuff, you don't let it overwhelm you. Just stick to the plan. Buy those 3 extra things, whatever they are, every time at the grocery store. And the grocery bill's going to go up. That's obvious, but you don't want to go in the grocery store and come out there with 12 grocery carts and people looking at you like, he's a prepper. That's something you don't want people to know, in general. But yeah, thank you for that. 9 in the chat, 20 likes. We'll take it. Dang it, did you nuke it? I can't find it. I told you it's gone, Lisa. If you're looking for that channel, it is gone. No more. It's nuked. So yeah. Yeah. You want to keep your prepper and your silver and gold. You want to kind of keep that stuff to yourself. Now, I get on here and talk about it with select people, on YouTube, but nobody around me knows what I do in my own house. So there's that. That's kind of the way it needs to be. Yeah, you're not going to find it, Lisa. Sorry. I had a lot of content. I worked on that channel for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. I was over 300 something prepping videos on there, but I don't know. I don't know. I got a feeling one day I'm like, if somebody wanted to just look at everything I had, all they got to do is go to this stupid channel and look at it. And I just thought, you know what? I'm fixing to get rid of it. And I did. I got rid of it about 8 months ago. What do you think about getting those food grade buckets at Home Depot and then putting rice in them? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I have. Buckets of rice, buckets of beans, sugar. Flour will only last so long, so it's better to just get whole wheat. Whole wheat will last in a bucket like that for a couple of years. But, if you're going to do the whole wheat thing, get you a grinder so you can grind your own flour, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, the food grade buckets, you can buy them at Walmart. You can buy them at Home Depot, as long as they're food grade. And once you fill the bucket up, put you a couple of bay leaves on top. That's for insects. And, You know, get you one of those. I forget the name of those lids that spin. Anyway, what's the name of them stupid lids? Anyway, get you one of the lids that spin on. They're airtight, and that stuff will be good for 20 years, or better. Food saver, vacuum pack. Yep, I have a food saver as well. Yep, you dang rascal. Sorry, Lisa. Uh, the ones I showed, yes, those the Augustin Farms, yes, they're pre-bought, they're pre-done. I bought them at Walmart. Walmart had a sale on them one time, and I think the buckets I showed you, except for the black one, the one that said base camp bucket, it lasts for 25 years. But the two little white buckets, here, let me just do this again. The two little white buckets, this stuff only lasts 10 years. But that there, and I have others like this, but they're not in this room. And obviously these are uh, water bricks. They store water, 3 gallons each one. Uh, but yeah, uh, these two little Augustin Farms or Augustin Farms, however you say it, those are only good for 10 years. You know, you just hold them for 9 years and then eat them. So something like that. Yes, ma'am. I put a lot of work into that channel. Surely did. But I just felt like it was time to let her go. Do you need to treat the water before you drink it? If you're putting water, now I changed this water out. I use this water in these little water bricks. I change these out every 6 months. As long as you're changing it out every 6 months, you don't have to add nothing to it. As long as it's like city water. If it's not city water, you probably want to add 2 or 3 drops of regular unscented bleach into it. To keep the I forget what the little green stuff from growing in it, whatever. I just did, Lisa. Sorry. uh, but yeah, you're asking all the right questions, Jackknife. You absolutely are. I do have a food saver. I do have vacuum seal bags and do that as well. If you want to do like single serving meals, you can do the vacuum seal bags. If you want to do like bulk, like if you have a family of 4 or 5, you want to do the bulk, do the food grade buckets. And you can even get those Mylar bags. You can fill up those Mylar bags with stuff as well. Yeah, algae. Thank you, War. That's what I was thinking of. I said I couldn't you, Brett. Oh, sorry, Lisa. Yeah, I don't know what something got into me. I thought, I've showed too much or whatever. I probably have still showed too much on this channel, but when you're a prepper, you're a prepper. You just can't help it sometimes. And I'm trying to help people get prepared. Like I said, hope I never have to use this stuff, man. But if I do, I got it. I do. Yes, I have some canned vegetables. Now on canned goods, let's talk about that for a minute, Jack. Now, the best buy date on all your canned goods is basically it's an insurance policy for the people who make canned goods. Canned goods, regardless of the date written on them, they're good for 10 years. A lot of people will throw stuff away when it's out of date. You're throwing good food away. I have eaten stuff out of cans that was 5, 6, 7 years old. As long as the can's not dented or puffed out, if a can gets puffed out, chunk it. But obviously use your senses. If your nose says, "Whoa, that don't smell like roast beef. That smells like something else," obviously something's going on. But canned food will last a good long time, at least 10 years, if it's kept in the right conditions. Cold, dry spot, in the house. Okay. Jack Knapp was a good rhymer. Hey, Muscle Shield. Good evening. I've seen people eat. Yes. And the soldiers in Korea, they ate World War II rations. Yeah. So, out of a can. So, cans last a lot longer than people realize. The Best Buy date, they just want you to buy more and throw stuff away. That's basically all that is. Uh, you know, if you crack open a can of, let's say, Beanie Weenies and it smells like apple pie, you got a problem. Obviously, if it don't look like what it's supposed to be, it ain't. If it don't smell right, your nose will let you know right off the bat. As soon as you puncture the seal of that can, your nose will go, whoa, that's bad. But yeah, you have to, make sure you use your senses on that stuff. Food, 10-year-old food in a can, it will lose nutrition value, but the food will not go bad if it's kept in the right condition. Most Best Buy dates are for taste. Yeah, that's the best taste. Yeah, best buy. Hence the words Best Buy. Yep. Now, it may not taste as good 7 years later, but if you're starving to death, it'll fill a belly. It may not be the grandest tasting thing, but it's good to eat. It'll sustain you for a while. Say yes to this. Jackknife, what are you talking about? Lisa said I could take you out. That's funny. But yeah, Best Buy dates are for the best taste. Yeah, me and Lisa go way back. Yep, way back. Known Lisa for a good long while. Lisa was a mod on my other channel as well. I have a water purifying straw in my bug out bag. Awesome. That's good. Life straw, something to that effect, or a what's that other one? The mini, Sawyer mini. Those are good. I have some of those. I have a life straw. I have a Sawyer mini. I have a Sawyer squeeze. I have a Berkey. I have a Grail. I've got ways to purify water. And looking around to see where my Grail's at. I think it's actually in my bug out bag. Lisa, you win. Long way to catch up, Jack, now. What's up, HDP? There's another preparedness-minded individual. Turkey! Yay! Right. Praise the Lord, we got turkey. That's exactly right. Good to see HDP in the house. High Desert Pioneer. I think that's what that stands for. It's been a while since I've actually went over there and looked at your channel. He's got a good channel over there, though. There you go. Thank you, Lisa. Oh yeah, I like to sprinkle in a little preparedness stuff in with my silver and gold videos. Yes, boiling's the best way to purify. Filtering is filtering. Purifying is purifying. That is two different things. I mean, you could take, you could take this bag and run water through it to get all the leaves and the trash out, and that would be filtering basically. But purifying is a whole different deal. Filtering and purifying. Boiling purifies. If you're going to boil water to purify it, you need to have it at a rolling boil for over a minute. Over a minute at a rolling boil to kill everything that's in the water. So, like amoeba or protozoa, anything that make you sick. What is war? Yeah, let me go get my Grail and I'll show you my Grail. Grail's the way to go. If I can find it. Dog, you're gonna have to move, son. Move. That's not it. Well, I don't know what to do with it. Oh, here it is. Duh. Sitting on the shelf. Dog, Rocky, you're in the way, son. Let me stand this camera up a little bit. This is an older model. They make them a little bit different now. This is a Grail. This, you have to loosen the cap before you do anything, otherwise it won't work. Alright, you pull this out of the cup, that goes in the cup. You pull this out, you fill the cup up to the watermark line. And then you put this is the filter, the orange part is the filter. You put this in there and then you press down. By the time you get this all the way down to the bottom, the water is purified. So that's how a grill works. And you can just drink out of it. And you stop by the next stream, drink what's left in here, fill that cup up to the fill line again, press it down, you're good to go for a while. That is a grill. See what y'all are saying. I don't have any water, just the purifying straw. I'll buy a bunch of bottled water next time I go grocery shopping. I had some, but to replenish it. Okay. You know, the thing about water purification is if you need to get water out of a lake or a creek or a mud hole, you know, this will purify it. That's what these are made for. Purifying water on the go out of a creek, a lake, or whatever. So that's what the Grails are made for. Jack, if you have a tank style water heater, you have 40 gallons, give or take. Yes, we did talk about that. Yep, there's water in your hot water heater, water in your toilet tank. Like if the water gets cut off, it's important to remember that you have those as well. I have one of those water bobs. You put it in the tub, fill it up. Like that's only if you kind of know water's going to be turned off. Like if they send you what did I hit? If they send you a notice saying they're going to turn the water off to fix something, like on their end, and you can buy this little, it's called a water bob, and basically it's just a big bag. You put it in your tub, fill it up full of water, and it keeps your water clean, and it's got a little water dispenser on it, and you know, basically you can fill up your whole bathtub with water, and it's drinkable, it's ready. It's got a little tap on it and all. So go to Amazon, look up water bob, you'll see what I'm talking about. True. That's why you always have replacements. I have replacement filters for these. The replacement filters are black. Mine are, anyway. So if you see one that's orange, you know it hasn't been replaced. I've only used this a handful of times. So I believe this one's still good, but I do have a couple of refills. The refills for the Grails are not cheap. You're talking $40 for a refill. A refresh on the filter, that is. Let's see if I can get a refill and show it to you. Watch out. I know, I'm moving again, son. Watch out. Well, I don't know what to do with a refill. I got two. I just don't know where they're at currently. I got so much stuff in this room. Probably in a box somewhere. I know, buddy. You're laying away, son. This right here, found this. This is a Sawyer squeeze. I've never opened this. This is brand new. It's never been opened, but it has a bag in it that attaches to the bottom of this. Well, there's the setup right there. It kind of shows you how it works. You fill the bag up full of water. You tie the filter on. And you can let it drip into your cup or your grill or whatever. So this is a let me back this up. This is a Sawyer squeeze water filter. I've got 2 or 3 of these that I've never even opened, just to have on hand. So there's that. That Sawyer makes good stuff. They make all different kinds of stuff for purification or filter. Too bad. Now my bathtubs are clean. Lisa, are you volunteering? Jack Knife, you're full of problems. 50 I saw. Oh well. They were 40 when I bought the 2 I have, so they went up obviously. Are you going to clean my bathtub first? No. Yeah, the squeeze. Yeah, the bags ain't gonna last forever. I get that. Which again, that's why I have multiples and stuff like that. I do have a couple of the. Trying to think of the name brand. Anyway, I do have some dry bags that keep you dry, but they can also hold water. I have some of those as well. I have a dry bag. I keep my clothes and stuff in my bug out bag, that type of stuff. Which, yeah, it's a 10 liter, so it could be used to haul water if you had to as well. Yeah. What's up, Avocado Stacker? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing good. We're just talking a little bit about everything tonight. Food, prepping, whatever. Silver, gold. Covering it all. We got 11 in the house, 24 likes. Awesome, awesome. Hey, Raspberry. How are you? Raspberry Hedgehog house. Awesome, awesome. Freezing temps can break ceramic filter. Yes, they can. War's all over it. Yep. They absolutely can. Sawyer minis and life straws and all that stuff. If there's water inside the filter and they freeze, they're done for. Even if the housing doesn't bust, there's probably tearing the fibers in there and stuff. So not good. Good to see Raspberry Hedgehog in the house from over in the UK side of town. Hello, hello. Or was it they say over there? Cheerio. I have no idea. That's good to see her. Hope she's doing well. It's been raining here all day. So I'm kind of, yep. It's been raining here all day. They had us under a marginal risk for severe thunderstorms and possible tornadoes, but I see they did away with it. I think the rain just destroyed the atmosphere, Yep. It's been raining here all cotton picking day. So hopefully it clears up tomorrow. Winter vortex. Yeah, I guess if you have a tornado in the wintertime, it'd be a winter vortex. It's warmer here now than at 2 this afternoon. Wow. Supposed to be getting colder here, but I haven't really seen. We're supposed to have a big freeze or frost or whatever. So I hope it does, because I'm ready for it to polish off the rest of my grass and kill it all so I don't have to mow it anymore. That would be fantastic. Kill the grass, please. Kill it. If you live in Alabama or Florida or anywhere like that, mowing grass. Hey, B and Becky now. Good to see B and Becky in the house. Thank you, Lisa, for all the links. Doing a great job. So, yep. Thanksgiving will soon be upon us. Oh, we have a brush hog. Daddy has like 17 tractors. And I think we got 2 8-foot brush hogs or bush hogs, whatever you want to call them. I grew up calling them bush hogs because that was the name brand back in the 70s, bush hog. But brush hog's a technical term for them nowadays. We do have 2 8-footers, but you know, my grass is not that long. I know it could be, but anyway, I'm just ready for all the grass to die. I'm really ready for that. Huge field, yes. And we use them quite a bit for I live on the edge of a hayfield, basically, and so Dad will use them to cut around the edges of the hayfield where the mower can't go, but the brush hog can, to kind of, because, you can't see a snake if the grass is real thick, especially around the tree lines and stuff, so we'll utilize the brush hog for that. Better than snow and ice. Yep, I agree with that. I can't stand snow and ice. Last time it snowed here, I was in Florida at the fun show. It snowed here. I wasn't here. I pulled up my security cameras on my phone and I said, "Daggone, it's snowing." I showed Asset. I said, "It's snowing in my yard." He said, "I guess it's snowing in my house too." I said, "Yep." So, yep, it snowed the day I went to fun. So, yep. I mean, it wasn't, it was just a little dust, and it was one of those here, right now, and gone 3 hours later snows. Yeah. I love the 4 seasons, too. I just wish one of them wasn't, 8 months long. It is what it is, though. Our foliage is really pretty now. I mean, our foliage, our trees and stuff are changing colors finally. Most years they just die. The heat's so bad, and we're in a drought or whatever. The leaves just fall off. They don't even change; they just fall off. It's actually pretty nice out foliage wise. It's not 8 months long. We just have 3 summers, something like that. Yeah, let's see. It's winter, spring, summer, and then fall for about 2 weeks, and then summer again, and then another fall for about 2 weeks, then wintertime, and it repeats. Northeast Ohio leaves are down now. Yeah. Well, y'all are ahead of us on that kind of stuff. Same thing. Yeah. Yep. Weather just does what it wants, I guess. I mean, they're manipulating it all anyway. If we're all being honest here, the weather's being manipulated. You look at Helene. That was manipulated. I don't care what you think. I've seen evidence of it. Everybody, we were talking about prepping earlier. Everybody asked me, everybody in my family goes, "How'd you know this? You said something about this 3 weeks ago. I'm just now hearing about it on the news." I said, "I'm a prepper." "Well, where do you get your news at?" I said, "I ain't telling you." And they all wonder how I can be right all the time. Yep, Operation Popeye. That's boom. Mud Biscuits is on it. That's it. Popeye, Vietnam. Absolutely. I love it when people know what I know. That's awesome, Biscuit. Popeye, yep. They've been cloud seeding, harp, yep. DARPA, all that stuff. Oh, it's just a conspiracy theory. Yeah, okay. Well, our conspiracy theories seem to come true about 99% of the time. Okay, you're south of me. What is Lisa talking about? Oh, okay, y'all talking about y'all are in the same county. I got you. I'm in St. Clair County, Alabama. That's where I'm at. Appalachia. I live in the Appalachian Mountains, the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. Wouldn't want to live nowhere else, to be honest with y'all. As much as I gripe about the heat, if I had to put up with 7 feet of snow, I'd probably say, bring on the heat. Bring on the lawnmower. Let's cut some grass. Nope. That's right. Oh, boy. I want y'all to look at these two fine individuals over here. Look at this. Ripper Dog, what doing? Huh? Where's that ball at? Oh, where's that ball? Where it at? We're at the door. There he comes. These are my kids. Right hand at you, boys. These are my kids. Puppy dogs. Serial killers. Betty Rub. Yes, they love Betty Rubs. My dogs do. You was watching the documentary about the Appalachian Mountains. Well, awesome. I'm sure they told you how backwards and stupid we all are. I'm sure that's what they told you in the documentary. Yeah, they're good boys. Border Collie's about, well, he's over 12, and German Shepherd's about 5, I guess. Me and Becky saying hello, Rocco. Hey, buddy. Listen here, he's my old man. He's 12 years old. He ain't all that spry like he used to be. He's a good boy, ain't you, huh? He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good dog. Good boys. I tell you what, dogs will make you laugh even when you live by yourself. They just will. Soft white underbelly on YouTube is pretty interesting. Let's see, what was that at? Must have skipped it. There it goes, right there. Lots of Appalachia. I saw you at the fun show. I mean, your vids. Going to any other show? Probably not. I really just don't have the cash. I went through $1,000 at the fun show in like, I don't know, probably 30 minutes, but it seemed like about 12. There was so much stuff to look at, so many things I wanted to get. SEstkr made that happen last time. I could not have gone without him. He helped me out on some of the fees and stuff, you know, hotel rooms and all that. He really helped me out a bunch. Rocky is a good dog. But yeah. There's a few black bears around here. You know, every now and then we'll get some game cam footage of one, but it's pretty rare. You know, I don't know, maybe 3 a year or something like that. We see some footage of. Because, you know, anybody that hunts, which is most people around here, they got game cams put out and stuff. Wild crime, that's what I saw. Okay. Wild crime. Okay, got you. I'll have to go look that up and watch it. Raspberry. Yeah, we got a few black bears, you know. Very, very rarely do you have a bear-human interaction in Alabama because they're pretty scarce. They pretty much stay away from people, which is good. I mean, you got to be way out in the woods to even you know be in the vicinity of one. They stay way out from us. And, you know, here where I live, it ain't all overpopulated like it is in the urban areas of the United States, where the deer are in everybody's yards, because basically everybody's yards are in the deer's yard, something like that. But yeah, we got a few. We got a few bears in the area. There'll be one on the news like once a year or something like that. Oh, somebody's got a bear in their backyard. Now, when I lived in Alaska, black bears was a daily thing. I lived in Alaska for a couple of years, 78, 79, 80. They were in our trash cans every day. Black bears were. No bears. Yep, that's right. That's a good thing. Uh, so yeah, depending on where you live, you're dealing with bears either every day or very, very rarely. And in Alabama, it's a very, very rare type of thing, which I kind of like. After experiencing messing with them every day, that got old pretty quick. They got rules in Alaska. You can't have bird feeders. You know, you have to use certain trash cans, and because they're smell proof, or supposedly, but the bears still get in them and knock them over. And you know, they're knocking them over to try to get the lids to fall off of them. The only bears here are in the zoo. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Lord, I ain't been to a zoo in forever. Well, I guess I was probably in the 5th grade last time I've been to the zoo. My favorite part of the zoo when I used to go was the parrots and you know, the grays, the birds that talked. Those were always my favorite, and the raptors, of course. Well, yeah, yeah. If you're messing around with a brown bear, you don't want to do that. Brown bear will definitely ruin your day or your life. Hey, Michael and Nancy Stacking, good to see y'all. Uh, I've been lurking and napping here. Thanks for waking me up. Wake up, Michael. Appreciate you being here, bud. Appalachian Trail hiking in mountains can be dangerous. That's where you hear stories. Yep. Appalachian Trail. A lot of stories about the Appalachian Trail too, I'd imagine. Uh, Jack, that's like your opinion. Yes, raspberry. What's up, Crowd Daddy Stacks? Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good to see you here. Crowd Daddy Stacks has got a new channel going. Y'all go and sub him up. Check him out. If you ain't subbed to Crowd Daddy, you need to go check him out. I think you'll like his channel. I like it. I'll go over and hang out, watch his videos when I get a chance. He's been doing some whatnot pickups and stuff, as have I. The dude does not abide. There's Crawdaddy Stacks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Trying to get you some subs headed over that way. I'm still trying to get 1,000 myself, so I'm trying to help everybody out. Maybe somebody help me out in return. So go over there and sub up old Crawdaddy Stacks. And I think you'll check him out and you'll like him. Pretty good content over there. Crawdaddy commented on my cast iron video earlier. He likes to cook on cast iron as well. I just believe in having some good pieces of cast iron as preps or whatever. I mean, I cook a lot with cast iron myself. I was telling Michael earlier on the phone that I have a cast iron griddle. I have a cast iron skillet. I have 2 Dutch ovens. One's a camp oven, one's a regular. So I got 4 good pieces of cast iron, if you don't count the lids and stuff. 4 good pieces. So, yep. I love the griddle for pancakes and sausage links. If you're gonna cook a big breakfast, a big cast iron griddle's the way to go. I love it. You can pour out about 4 pancakes and cook sausage and eggs and all that stuff at the same time. I like it. Nancy's been up and getting ready for Thanksgiving. Awesome. Wow. 50, 60 pieces. He has a lot more than I do. My dad's got a lot of cast iron. He's got probably 3 or 4 Dutch ovens, a lot of skillets. He's got those corn molds, the cornbread molds. He's into all that too. He likes a lot of cast iron. He's got the cornbread molds and that look like ears of corn, stuff like that. Uh, Muffin pans and all that stuff. It's good to have. Big huggles for Mama Nancy. Bacon, yes. Bake, yes. Yes, war. Absolutely. I can, my cast iron griddle will go over 2 eyes on the stove, so I can just turn both eyes on, heat that cast iron up, cook away, baby. Cook away. All that grease runs in the little crack on the side. It just works good. Do you store spices in your prepping? I do. I store, salt, obviously. It's a big one. I store a lot of salt. Uh, if I could only have one, well, salt's not a spice, but anyway, if I could only have one, I would do salt. But I do black pepper, salt, and garlic powder. Those are my main 3. And I also do a lot of the, watch out, son. Rocky, move, son. Get out of the way, son. I'm looking for something. Let me see if I can find it. I don't see it. I was going to see if I could find one. I'll just show it to you. I stock a lot of bouillon cubes. Like you can put bouillon cubes in your rice, flavor your rice like chicken or beef. So the bouillon cubes in the glass jars, they're a little more expensive in the glass jars. The bouillon cubes are really good. Paprika, yep. If you buy them like instead of buying black pepper, you buy the peppercorn. That's the best way to do it. Then just have a grinder, grind it up as you need it. Okay, dogs want out. Let them out. Gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, salt and pepper is my basic too. I do like a little cayenne pepper on certain things. Red pepper, whatever you want to call it. Call it cayenne. But yeah, I store a lot of the bouillon cubes because they're a lot of flavor in a little full wrap cube. And if you're eating rice for like the 18th time in a row, if you're in the SHTF, you're having to eat rice with something every day. You can flavor that rice to be chicken. You can flavor it to be beef. You can flavor it to be shrimp, whatever. So it kind of gives you different flavors, options to play with. Good night, Raspberry Hedgehog. Appreciate you stopping by. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Silver Eagle just got done with the podcast. Good to see you still alive. Here I am, brother. We're talking a little preparedness today after my video earlier. So, Jackknife's had a bunch of questions about prepping, and I've been trying to help him out. And, Mustard and Biscuits is pretty knowledgeable on the subject as well, as War and a few others. Jackknife, it's down there somewhere. Let me take another look. What are y'all looking at? Bouillon. Right, yep. Well, you got this kind of bouillon, and then you got bouillon cubes. They're all good. Any bouillon's good. But I like the bouillon cubes. They give you different flavor profiles. You can put stuff over the line. Oh, yeah. Mr. Silver Eagle, what you been up to today, bud? Just working? You been buying anything? What critters do I eat? I eat squirrel. I have ate raccoon before. I wouldn't probably do it again unless it was a survival situation. Uh, I did try snake. It was a little dry. Didn't care for that. Rattlesnake. I've had rattlesnake. Now gator tail's good. You know, alligator tail. It was pretty good. Trying to think what other critters do I eat. I mean, it's how hungry are you? That's what it comes down to, jackknife. But squirrel is one of my favorites to eat. Cow, obviously. Yes, I love my beef. Give me a steak. Give me some pork. I love a lot of pork. Pork roast, pork ribs. Love some bacon. Pork belly, all that stuff. Kitco silver price 51.72. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that, bud. But yeah, I was raised on fried squirrel and dumplings, and squirrel's really good. Uh, I love squirrel when I get my hands on some. So we're going back up. Michael called it. Well, it was a 50-50 shot anyway, Jackknife. Sorry, Southeast Jackknife and I are quoting an entire movie to each other instead of watching it. Oh, okay. What movie? You want to toe? That reminds me of, what was that? Oh, brother, where art thou? Go for Everett? That's pretty funny. Half a gopher, or a third of a gopher, wouldn't even settle my appetite. You can have the whole thing. We done had one. I like that movie. That's a good movie. Go for Everett. So, yep. The Big Lebowski. Oh, yes. That's a classic. The Big Lebowski. Absolutely. I guess probably the movie I know the best is Tombstone. I can quote word for word on Tombstone, especially Doc Holliday's lines. But yeah, I love that movie. It was an all-star cast when they made that movie. Charlton Heston, Jason Priestley. I mean, everybody who was everybody at that time. Sam Elliott. You can eat it, but it tastes like shit. You all right? There's a lot of things you can eat, but it tastes like crap. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Yeah. Yeah, I like some movies every now and then. I've been watching a couple of new ones, the ones that I've never seen before. They're all right, but your favorite movies are your favorite movies. You just want to watch them over and over again. One of my favorite movies is The Hunt for Red October. I love submarine movies. I love military movies. I'm not in the military, never have been, but I love that kind of stuff. I dig it. Sewer rat may taste like pumpkin pie, but I'll never know. That's right. It might. It might taste like sweet potato pie. You can't never tell. Boondock Saints. Yep. It's a good one too. Larry the Cable Guy. I like his movies too. Rat Burger Demolition Man. If I was gonna eat a rat, I'd have to make sure he was really clean. Okay, Crawdaddy, appreciate you. You have a good night. God bless. I mean, obviously I've eaten deer, venison. Still talking about critters. Deer, venison's good meat. Fresh fish, crappie, bluegill are my favorites. Bass is okay as far as, I mean, I love to catch a bass, but as far as eating bass, not one of my favorites. But again, if you're hungry, you might decide you want some. Walleye, yep, walleye. You can eat walleye, pike, muskie, whatever you got. Salmon, I do love some salmon now. Salmon, I love salmon. Salmon's some good stuff. I don't really care for tuna, but I do love salmon. I'm one of them people. Most people who love one love them both. I don't love tuna for some reason. Rat tastes like chicken. Frog legs. I love frog legs. Frog legs are delicious if they're prepared right. And I've had them with just legs, and I've had them leg and back, and they're both good. Michael's stomach is built different. Smoked salmon. Talk to me, Michael. Smoked salmon. Yes. Any smoked meats at all. Yes, absolutely. Love it. I appreciate all 10 of y'all hanging out with me in here. I know it ain't, Silver Dragons and SD Bullion or whatever, but hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out in here. I don't talk about all the sophisticated stuff that all these other people do, but I appreciate y'all more than you know. Venison Smokies. My dad makes really good deer jerky. Deer jerky is good. My teeth have gotten so bad I can't hardly eat jerky anymore, but he makes a really good deer jerky. Uses the oven to make it. Thank you, Michael. I do appreciate that. That's kind of what I'm hoping, at least anyway. I mean, if we need to just delve into some coins, we can do that too. I just kind of want to go where the chat wants to go. I wanted to go prepping tonight, or Jackknife did especially. So, I called Morgan and got my wallet. He listed everything that was in my wallet so I can pay him off on the 3rd. So, Michael, do you ever stub your toe on your bed legs? I did the other day. Couldn't walk on it. I tell you what's worse. Worse is laughing out loud. Yep, 40 in the oven on low. Exactly right. But yeah, we didn't have those, what was he calling me? Dehydrators. We didn't have dehydrators back in. You had to use the oven. You had to know how to do it right. But my dad used to he built a wood box at work. And they had steel balls on the ends of the legs of this wood box. I grew up in the house with wood heat. Kids on the bus would call me Old Smoky because all my clothes smelled like wood smoke and stuff. We were poor, okay, but I tripped the legs on that wood box were stuck out kind of in the way where you walk. I stubbed my toe on them steel ball legs a couple times, and as you talking about pain, I was in pain. Them suckers hurt. I spent $240 on more barber coins and some other goodies at the LCS Saturday. Awesome. I tell you what, it's hard to beat a good barber design. The barber coin design is just beautiful. Yeah, I got one over here somewhere. Nope, that's a penny. That's a barber dime. Where's it at? Right here. I love the barber design. I just think they're beautiful coins. I mean, don't get me wrong. Morgans are beautiful when they're really nice. But yeah, I love the barbers. This one's clean, but VF20 details. But I just love it. I love nice looking barbers. I love barbers in general anyway, but I really like nice ones. SES, aka Old Smoky. So yeah, I like it. I like a good, pretty barber. This one just had a lot of really good details, and I kind of figured it would get cleaned or get hit for clean, but whatever. Had really good details on it, so I liked it. Obviously anything that's that old is that bright and shiny. It's obviously been cleaned. Let's see. I love the eagle on the reverse the most. Me too. And I love the Flying Eagles designs, which is on the Flying Eagle cent and on the back of the Standing Liberty quarter. well, it's upside down like this. I love the flying eagle designs. Those are pretty too. It's hard for me to, dude. I like all coins. There ain't a coin in a lot I don't like. I just dig coins for some reason. Old Smoky, got any other hobbies like inhaling and exhaling? Yeah. Yeah, that's just kind of how it was when I grew up. Dad was, it was a one income family. My mom cleaned houses and cleaned our house and, took care of the grocery shopping and house cleaning and child rearing and all that. And that's kind of the way it was when I was growing up. And Daddy was working third shifts and, we didn't have a lot. We couldn't afford central heating and air and all that kind of stuff. We did have an attic fan in the summertime. Raise all your windows up and run the attic fan. Pull all the moisture in with it too, though. You feel like you're swimming in bed. But it's kind of the way it was. People call me Old Smoky on the bus. Whatever. I mean, yeah, my clothes smelled like smoke. What was I supposed to do about it? There's Silver Eagle's page. Oh, yeah, the hum of that attic fan. Yeah. The pull, too. Like it would slam doors. If you didn't chock your doors, it would slam doors and stuff, too. Them attic fans pull a lot of air through the house. Oh, sure did. But that was the only way we got through the summertime was attic fan. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. We'll get your link. Miss Lisa got your link up there. We'll share you out. This Benji just don't want to stay, does it? Proof 67. I'll put it in the holder then since it don't want to stay. SES woke me up laughing out loud. Yeah, I woke him up. Sure enough did. Sorry about that, Michael. I didn't mean to wake you up, buddy. But yeah, I don't know, man. When you grew up in the 70s, you had to be thick-skinned and tough, and people were gonna say what they're gonna say. Didn't really matter much to me. You just had to deal with it and keep moving on. I'm a Gen Xer. Oh, you needed to. Okay, well then, you're welcome. So yeah, I was one of them latchkey kids. Strap a key around my neck, so because Mama was usually home, but if she was out buying groceries or something, I'd have to let my little sisters in and take care of them till she got back or till Dad got home, whatever. We were kind of on our own. Lists were big. Oh, if they left you a list of things to do and they got home and that list wasn't done, oh, they'd heat up the old backside for you pretty good. Fill up the wood box, wash your dishes, do this, make your bed, whatever it was. If that list wasn't satisfied, you was in trouble. It probably did, biscuits. Yeah. Yeah, I had a key. Yeah. I was, I think my sister was 7, I was 14, 14-ish in the 80s. I was old enough to have a key, I guess she thought. I wore it around my neck, under my clothes and stuff, so nobody could see it. I knew it was there, though. But yeah, that's the way it was. I was raised by boomers, and Dad being a boomer, not only that, being a Vietnam vet, he's a tough ass dude, he always has been. And parents like that don't put up with a lot of nonsense. They just don't, never have. So, every whooping I got, trust me, I earned it. I was a little hellion. No doubt about it. Well, and a lot of times, we didn't even lock our doors back in. So, yep. People felt safe in their communities back then. Boy, has the world changed, huh? people just felt a lot safer back then because everybody knew who their neighbor was, and I'm that way. I know who all my neighbors are. If something happens, I got all their phone numbers. I can call all of them. But a lot of people ain't like that no more. They don't care who their neighbors are. They don't want to know who their neighbors are. They're introverts, which I am an introvert to a great degree. But I like knowing who my neighbors are. I like knowing whose vehicles are supposed to be there and whose ain't. It gives me a heads up as to what's going on around me. If there's a car over there that ain't supposed to be there, I would like to know about it. So, is he gonna rob that person's house and come to mine next? That's the kind of information I need to know. I feared my grandmother more than Marine Sergeant Dad. I guess you did, yep. Grandmas didn't put up with a bunch of BS either, did they? Biscuits? Yeah. Give you something to cry about. Exactly. My mom would whoop us, and I'd run. We'd be running around circles. She'd be trying to whoop me, missing about every third lick, hitting the table or hitting something. I'd be running, trying to keep from getting hit. And she'd give up. And if I didn't let her whoop me enough, if she gave up, it was wait till your daddy gets home. You just wait till your daddy gets home. That, you did not want that to happen. You wanted to make her think you was hurting, if you got whooped. Because if she said wait till your daddy gets home, you was in for it then. And I'm talking about, pull the pants down, butt whipping. Serious butt whipping. Holding that wrist, swatting aimlessly. Exactly, Biscuits. Exactly. Oh, absolutely. I had a running count on broken yardsticks. Yeah. We got told to go pick our own switch. If you ever come back with one that wasn't viable, and you got extra licks for that, you'd have to go out there and pick the best one, because if you didn't, you'd gonna get more licks for bringing back a little tiny thing, Yep. That's, I remember if I was gonna spend a night with somebody, my daddy always had a belt on, always. If I was going to spend a night somewhere, my daddy would take his belt off, hand it to the parent of the house, whoever it was, and says, he gets out of line, you know what to do. Hands him the belt. That's what's wrong with America. People don't do that anymore. Oh, you looked at my kid wrong. I'm gonna call whatever. Yeah. My dad handed over the belt to whoever I was staying with, and if I got out of line, I got whooped by that family or by that dad. Wear the belt, that's for sure. I'm only 24. I believe I was raised right. I believe he was, Mr. Silver Eagle. I always ran. Had to come back. Yep. You got to come back at some point in time, don't you? I remember Daddy telling me, he said, you run. You got to come back sometime. And there's always that time when you're asleep. I'll catch you when you're asleep. I got threatened with that a lot too. I'll get you when you're asleep, boy. Oh, yeah. I hated it back then, but now looking back, I know I was raised right, and I see what America's turned into. Yeah, we need a lot more of that. We got paddled at school. If I got a paddle at school, I was guaranteed to get one more at the house, because my gum flapping cousin was was going to be sure to tell everybody at school I got a paddling. And so, time I got home, the phone had done rang. My mama done picked it up. Oh, you got a paddling at school today. Wait till your daddy gets home. So, if you got a paddle at school, yeah, you got one at home too. That's kind of the way it went. That's right. You got to go to sleep sometime. That's exactly what my dad used to say to me. You got to go to sleep sometime. Yep. It's going to hurt worse later. I was telling somebody the other day, I forget. I think it was my new neighbor I met. I told my dad once that I was going to call, was it something control on him? No, I told him I was going to call child abuse hotline or something like that. He says, if you can walk to the phone when I get done with your ass, you go right ahead. Obviously, I couldn't walk to the phone after that. So, yeah. But I never said that again. Ever. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I did screw up one time. My dad come home. We had done ate supper and everything. He came home real late. He was drunk. I mean, drunk, drunk. I don't know who he was hanging out with that day. He came home drunk as a skunk. And he was sitting there eating. Mama was giving him the silent treatment. You know how women are. You know, she wanted to ask him, where you been? You know, all that. But she's giving him silent treatment. Anyway, he's sitting there trying to eat. He's sticking his fork up in his nose like trying to eat. He's so drunk. And I started laughing. And he went off. Slapped me across the room. And I'm talking about just snapped, I guess. So I never, if he ever got drunk again, I never laughed again after that. I learned my lesson on that deal. 2 inch, 3 foot long paddle. Yeah, we had big paddles, holes in school. So yeah. Yeah, if he ever came home drunk, whatever he did, just don't laugh at it. I'm telling you, that's a bad deal. Uh, you know. My parents would have company come over and play what was it? Spades or rook. They'd come over and play rook. And when when the grown folks was talking, the all the children went to somebody's room. When the grown folks talking, they ran all the kids out. So that's another thing that needs to happen in America. They don't do that anymore neither. You know, according to SEstkr at least anyway. Well, y'all, it's almost 2 hours. I know there's other folks on probably. Hey, I appreciate all y'all hanging out with me, listening to my crazy stories and my ramblings, I suppose, about prepping and whatnot. So, I'm fixed to get off of here. The dogs need to go out. I need to go to the bathroom, if I'm being honest. Because I'm, I'm at that age where an hour goes by, bathroom time. Flashback, those darn orange plastic Hot Wheel track. Yes, I love those things. That's all I got, buddy. That's it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all what makes it great. Having somebody to talk to. What makes it awesome. HDP, appreciate you. God bless you. Y'all all have a happy Thanksgiving. Wrap it up. Peace out. Count your blessings, y'all. We're so truly very blessed. Try to think on that, as we're eating our turkey and dressing or stuffing or whatever it is you have where you are. Just remember how blessed you are. And we got it made pretty good right now, so thank God for that. God bless y'all. Love y'all. My community, my subs, my people. It's Southeast Stacking and Collecting. We're going to turn it off, y'all. Blessings, Lisa.